He's really good. Man, Malcolm Elamine. He came the first time in Lawnside. We invite him. He comes now, and we're going to try to have the conference in Minneapolis. It'll either be there or Philadelphia. But Imam Malcolm, he's going to have a conference. He's going to talk to the people there, and also Anissa is going to talk to the people there in Little Rock. If it's one place, it'll be the next. Because what we're trying to do, we're trying to go to places where people support M.A.L.I. Because we can't pay you, maybe you can benefit by hosting a M.A.L.I. conference in your city. So Imam Yahya is also on the list. He just has to make a call, and there'll be no hesitation. He can bump the rest of them, really. You know, I don't know no other way to say it. I'm not a politician. I don't know how to say it, you know. My brother Tony said, "M.A.L.I, you need to work on how you speak because you just get straight to the point." But yes, but he can because he's been supporting. And that's what we're trying to do in places where we have a large number of students. So Anissa Dewan, Dr. Abdel Nuruddin, he's been very supportive and the same. And Anissa Dewan, Anissa, I heard her once. It doesn't take me long. When you're talking Quran, believe me, it doesn't take me long to know if you are good or not. It doesn't take me long. I heard it one time, and I said to myself, I have to get her to the M.A.L.I. conference. I wonder if she would respond like my brothers. If I just call her. And I think I did. The first time. I think I did. And she came. And she came again this year. So this year, if I tell you, then my soul will be, comfortable during Ramadan. See, I'm the director of M.A.L.I, and I'm the godfather. So I'm saying this year, when we got to Anissa's name, I'm saying I have to make it some way that she don't do a workshop to a few people. She got to speak to everybody. Alhamdulillah. So, okay, y'all not letting me get to the punchline. I was going to say, so I could hear her. Alhamdulillah, yes. And you all, as you see, a good choice. She's good. She's really good. And Aisha Mustafa. Last year, the photographer came, but I felt Aisha should come, and Aisha should come every year we invite her. Because the Muslim Journal is very important to us. And that's going to lead into what I want to say that's very, very important. I feel it's important. There are two things that we need for a movement. And there's two things that we have had. I was in the car with the Imam Muhammad once. I wasn't with Imam Muhammad enough to even say I was a companion. A few times, but they were quality times. So don't get the idea that I'm one of the brothers who was always with the Imam. I can count on maybe one finger. Okay, 5 fingers. No, but just a few times, but they were quality time, and it was always Quran. We would sit down and have conversations, but we were riding, and I was showing him this magazine that we were doing. And he said to me, he says, if you're going to have a movement, you have to have a newspaper. You have to have something like a newspaper or a magazine for communication. You have to have that. So it's very important that we have the Muslim Journal if we're going to be successful as a people that want to move, as Anissa is saying, from blackness to the light. we have to have a paper. So we have to have the Muslim Journal. We have to have it. And we have to find ways to keep it. Because the Muslim Journal has held us together. Just think about it. I don't have to convince you. Think about over the years, starting with the Muhammad Speaks, all the way up to now, that has been very instrumental in holding us together in the movement. And we just got a synopsis of what it does. The other thing that we have had that held us together, and this is why I can call these brothers, and this is why they can respond. We had a convention and we had a Ramadan session. That's why us older brothers are not strangers. Because I don't have to have long conversations. We've seen each other over the years at the conventions, at the Ramadan sessions. And we talk a little. We don't have time to talk a lot. But what has happened with the convention and with the Ramadan session, love has been established between our hearts. So when I call them, they're responding to the love that we have between us. At one time, we were enemies. We act like enemies with each other. But we don't act like enemies now because that love has been established. So I can call them. And they come. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. If we don't have a newspaper, if we don't have the convention, if we don't have the Ramadan sessions, then how are we going to establish the love? We will lose it. We'll become strangers to each other. You have to check you at the door again. Right? Who is this calling me? What is M.A.L.I about? Tell me about it. I talked to one brother about M.A.L.I. He went back, they called me, and they thought I was inviting them to M.A.L.I Africa. Tell them, you know about from M.A.L.I Africa? So M.A.L.I, I'm saying M.A.L.I is a stranger to them. But in order for us not to be strangers, we have to keep these things. And this is what I want to say. This is why I wanted to come to Houston. The Ramadan sessions. Imam W.D. Muhammad, he said, I know I'm not supposed to quote the Imam, but I'm quoting the Imam. He said, the Ramadan sessions will outgrow the convention. He said it. Y'all heard him say it. Just like I heard him say it. The Ramadan session will outgrow the convention. Why? Why would the Ramadan session outgrow the convention? Because of the Quran. The Ramadan session is about the Quran. And if we have to establish the Ramadan session that will outgrow the convention. We have to have our best students of Quran that comes together every year during Ramadan. And we have to have formal sessions, we have to have informal sessions, but we have to have our best. If you don't know who the best are, call me. I'll listen to them and I'll say, yes, this is one of our best. My brother said, well, Brother Imam, I was explaining to him, he said, how are you going to know who the best? I said, call me. And I'll say, this one is the best. This one, you're not the best, but you come and you can still participate, but you're not the best. We got to be able to say that. That no, this is not. I can stand here and say, Anissa, she's one of our best. I can say that. I can say, call her, go get it. What's her number? This is one of our best. We have to be like this if we're going to be a strong people. And we have to be able to say, well, you're good, calm, but you're not what we're looking for. Join M.A.L.I and improve yourself. We have to be strong people with each other, but we have to have that love with each other. We have to have a time every year, bring our best. Save your money to come to the Ramadan session. And it will be bigger than the convention. I'm not saying not have Ramadan sessions locally. You can have them locally, you can have them through the media, through social media, whatever. I'm not saying stop that. What I'm saying is there's one that brings us all together. This is what Muslims were doing before. Anissa was saying it. They used to get together. Now, Malik didn't come in and say, I'm going to start a school and it's going to be named after me. He didn't say that. He just come to the Ramadan session. He got a circle of people he's talking to. That's all. And they'll say, hey, Malik is over there talking. Let me go see what he's saying. He's sharing something of the Quran. Imam Qasim, he's over there. You know he's talking Quran because that's all he talks. So let me go over there and see what he's saying. Imam Yahya, he's over there with a group. Let me go see what he's saying. This brother's going to be speaking. Let me go what he's saying. We have to have a time when all of us get together. All of the best. You heard Sister Nisa. And there are other sisters. We're going to find out who they are. We have them. And they will come. They will be men and women. They collect. This is our biggest gathering because it'll be the Quran that's attracting all of us. You understand what I'm saying now? Okay. So let me say this from what Anissa was saying. The Quran is what's leading us back to our blackness. Right? Because at the end of this month, this ritual month we have, we're going to end up with the what? Back to the fitrah. That's the blackness. And it will be the 30th day, if you understand the ritual. Triple darkness. Triple darkness. That's how deep we're going back in our blackness. To triple darkness, right? But it's not over. The ritual is not over until we make the Hajj. That's the highest. This is what she's saying. She just, I wasn't going to say it like this, but the highest is Mount Arafat. That's the highest light. That's called Adha. It's the greater light, the highest white, the greater whiteness. It's called Aha. So we have to elevate to that level. That's when we sight the crescent for Eid al-Adha. We don't sight the crescent in the beginning of the month. We sight it when the pilgrims are on Mount Arafat. That's when we sight it. And what does it look like? It looks like the archer is stretching a bow, getting ready to fire them off of the mountain, back down, and following Allah's way. Following Allah's will. Man's will with Allah's will off the mountain. Do I need to tell y'all where I got that from? Okay. Yes. So it's important. That's how important the Ramadan session is. Why Houston? Because in the Quran, it says that it was Pharaoh's scheme to destroy Abna'akum. Abna'akum, your sons. Translate as sons, right? But when you see the word Abna'akum, you see builders. Builders. Destroy the builders. Who are our builders? Our builders are our sons. That's the legs. The legs are made up of our sons. We have to build off of the young, the youth. They have to build. A lot of times we don't want to build. We want it instant. We don't want to take the time to build. So here in Houston, you saw a lot of young sons. I saw Imam Qasim's son. That moves me. I asked his mother, why haven't you recited? I'm saying, well, I understand now your son was reciting. So we can build off of that. We have a young imam here. He's young compared to us. We have young brothers here. The young brother gave the khutbah. It was better than listening to me give the khutbah. Yes, you would have felt good. You would have felt better, maybe. But I couldn't make my point. You understand? Yes. So let's start in Houston, where we have young. This is a place where you see young people. We go to some places you don't see young people like this. So why don't we start to build with the young people? We have young youth here. Every year we come to Houston for the Ramadan session. We bring our best. Yes, and bring our youth and bring our best here to Houston. until we get to where we want to go.